Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be doing this fall inspired glam look using the new Anastasia Beverly Hills Sultry palette, and I hope you guys enjoy the video. So starting off with the color Birch, I'm just going to be applying this in my crease, and this is going to work as my transitional shade. This was the first time I was using the palette, and I noticed that there was a small amount of fallout, nothing too major, but there was a minimal amount of fallout when using the product. For me, this didn't affect the pigmentation, and these shadows were super easy to blend out. Next, going in with the shade Dystopian, I'm just going to be placing that on the outer V of my eye, working its way inward. And then I'm going to be taking the color Bloom, which I feel like is a star color of this palette. And I'm just going to apply that on the outer V of my eye, working its way in, right over where I put the shade Birch. Next, I'm going to be taking the shade Noir and just placing that right over where I put the color Dystopian, just to create a little bit of depth. Now taking some concealer, I'm just going to apply it to my eyelid, just so when I put eyeshadow over it, it adheres a little bit better to it. As you can see, it doesn't have to be perfect. We're not creating a cut crease, but I'm just laying down some concealer so when I put my eyeshadow over it, it sticks a lot better. So I'm going to be taking the shade Steampunk, and I'm going to be placing that right over the concealer, right onto my eyelid. And then I'm going to go back in with the shade Dystopian and make sure that's completely blended in with Steampunk. And then I'm going to be going in with the shade Pearl and just placing that on the center of my eye, just to give my eyes a little bit of a pop. Now taking my NYX Matte Black Liquid Eyeliner, this is my favorite eyeliner. I'm going to be lining my eyes, and then I'm going to be taking the Mykonos Lilly lashes and my Lavaa Lashes eyelash glue, and I'm going to be popping on these eyelashes. Moving on to the face, I'm going to be taking my Fenty Beauty Pro Filter Primer and applying that all over the face. Please ignore my hands in this video. I use a new self-tanner and obviously didn't go that well. Moving on, I'm taking my Beauty Blender Bounce Foundation. Now, this is the first time I've used this foundation. Here I have shade 3.2, and when I was going to try to get some of the foundation out of the bottle, it was just not coming out. I don't know what was happening, but every so often it would squirt a little bit of foundation out of the bottle, and it took like a solid 5 minutes for me to actually get some product out. So finally, after getting some product out of the bottle, it was at this point that I realized that the foundation was too light for me because of the color of the self-tanner I had on. So I'm just going to make sure I completely blend that in. Overall, I wasn't a huge fan of this foundation, and you can kind of see it all over my face. It emphasized my dry patches. I didn't like the way it felt on the skin, so this is definitely not one of my favorites. Moving along, I'm going to be taking my KKW Beauty Contour Stick. This is in the shade number 2, and I'm just going to be contouring my face and adding some color back in and adding some depth. Now taking my KKW Beauty Concealer in the shade number 5, I'm going to be applying that to the high points of my face, so under my eyes, on my chin, on my cupid's bow, on my nose, as well as my forehead. Next, I'm going to be taking the Huda Beauty Easy Bake Loose Powder in the shade Pound Cake, and I'm going to be setting all the areas of my face where I applied concealer. Besides loving the smell of this powder, overall it's such a good product. When I apply it to the face, it doesn't feel too heavy or too drying at all. It actually has a very smooth velvety finish, and it's awesome for baking and for setting a lot of concealer. Moving back to the eyes, I'm going to be taking my Urban Decay 24/7 Glide On Eye Pencil in the shade Alkaline, and I'm just going to line the lower lash line. Then following that, I'm going to be taking the shade Bloom once again, and I'm going to be running it over right where I put Alkaline and blending that out. Now taking the eyeliner in the shade 0, I'm going to be tightlining my eyes, and then I'm going to be taking my Lancome Monsieur Big Mascara, and I'm going to apply that both to my upper lashes and my lower lashes. This is such a good mascara. I highly recommend trying it. Going back to the face, I'm going to be dusting off any excess powder that was left over, and then taking my Anastasia Beverly Hills bronzer in the shade Saddle. I'm just going to be adding color back into the skin. Then taking my Stilazzi Bahamas blush palette, I'm going to be taking the shades Mai Tai and Pina Colada and just applying that to the high points of my cheeks and just giving my face a nice rosy glow. I'm going to be spraying a little bit of the Tatcha Dewy Skin Mist on the sides of my face, and then I'm taking my Hourglass Ambient Light Powder and applying that to the high points of my face. Then taking my Colourpop Super Cheek Shock in the shade Smokin' Whistles. This is my favorite highlight color. I'm going to be applying that to the high points of my face and just creating a nice blinding glow. Lastly, I'm going to be taking the Colourpop Lippie Pencil in the color Oh Snap, and I'm going to be lining my lips with this as well as filling them in. So this is the final look. I really hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'm in love with how the makeup came out, especially the eyeshadow. I'm really obsessed with the new Sultry palette, and I hope you guys get a chance to try it. If you enjoyed the video, please give a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. And thank you guys so much for watching.